back on Watcher of Realms and kind of checking things out. Did a little bit in between last stream and this one, not too much, I think, but made a few decisions, I suppose, along the way. Trying to see right now if I have anybody. I think that I was working on leveling each role up as much as possible. And kind of got most of that taken care of. Looks like I still need some materials to be able to promote her again. So probably ought to go and do that. I did finish stage 15 on the insignia of marksman earlier. Let's see if we can do stage extreme 1. I don't know. Looks like the map is a little bit different on this one. It has spots for 7. No, 8 is right. 8 people on platforms, and the rest would have to be on the ground. Let's see here. Deadeye Tyrant is an elite Deadeye is very rare, and all low Deadeyes must obey its commands. If you run out of luck and come across this monster, run. So, interesting. I don't know if he's a ground guy or an air guy. But one way or another, we've got some Batwings Banshees and some Lizardfly Magos, as well as this Deadeye Tyrant of dubious origin. For now, I think we go ahead and try it as we are. We have much more BP than what's recommended, which doesn't mean too much in this case. Alright, so we have some flies in the air. I suppose we could put arrogance here to sort of block this off a bit. And then maybe we could put Edril toward the back. Would probably be okay. Hopefully. Well, that is hitting her right away, I notice. It's interesting. So we'll stick Dao Chan out. I guess I could have faced her any direction, really. Don't really know what I'm doing here. Maybe I'll put Brienne here and face like this to take some sides over here. And there comes one of those nasty watcher fellows that we were warned against, the Deadeye something, which will immediately, well, I guess we have nothing to worry about because arrogance just took it out. So far, so good, I think, on that. And probably I could have put Dao Chan one up and been fine in that regard, but that's okay. We'll just see what happens here. Of course, what it means is that I've covered all my primary areas where I would otherwise put Laurel. But I think that's kind of okay, probably. Now, one problem is I don't know if, yeah, that's too bad. That's up there at the top, so we don't have, yeah, that's what happened. We lost the shark fellow. That's what has gone awry up there. Well, let's see. Maybe we can use Phelan? Yes, no, not Phelan. An eye to cover that edge for the moment. I think the problem is I didn't have anybody, you know, any healer to deal with that person over there. I could have put them near the front. It's been okay. But anyway, I suppose I could put Wrath out just to speed Arrogance up. I don't really see the point, but I don't think that you know, his DPS is lacking in any way, so I don't think it'll be an issue where he's at. And in fact, it looks like everything is fine there as well. I can use Idril, her ultimate, to hit things that are you know, that have escaped the rest. So that's something to think about. You might do that if somebody gets by. Of course, I won't get 3 stars on this because I let people buy right near the current first there. So we'll try that again in a moment and see if we can do a better job at it. All right. I need to look at the stats. I wish I could see exactly what how well he had done before he ultimately got just smited there. As far as Maul goes, would be nice to know. I should be able to arrange things a little bit better this time. Looks like Idril is on par currently with Phelan. But again, Idril was at the back, so she didn't get as much done as she otherwise would have. Of course, Brienne did very well. Ergens was at the back, and so he didn't get too much either. And maybe I need to move him forward. I'm trying to remember how many of these insignificant marksman 3s that I needed for what I was doing. But you know what? We're just going to challenge again regardless and try to see about maybe doing a better job this time. If we had her here, then she would hit everybody. Why, I wonder, did I not do that before? Decisions were made, I suppose. And they weren't necessarily the good ones. What if I put her here? She did the top DPS before, and then we put perhaps an eye on the other side. As before, currently the problem is that she won't hit behind her. And so maybe I put down this girl next, Idril, and give her a chance to get these guys. Shouldn't really matter ultimately which direction she faces, I think, because she's going to be able to hit all over the board. That's the idea with her anyway. I hadn't had her before, to my dismay. But now that I do, I want to try to make decent use of her, I think. Now, where will she hit, I wonder? Who knows? Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's gonna just waltz on through. Alright, I was wondering if I needed to put in there or not, but it seems that I do. Arrogance there, that is. Alright, well. Things are probably mostly okay there. I think I'm going to go ahead and put Phelan this way. And then I'll put the shark down there as well, Maul, in a moment. At the bottom area. Because he has pretty long range and all that, so seems like it makes the most sense. So I'll wait and see if we need to do this. I don't think that we will. probably Brienne has that taken care of, and she does, so all is well there. I think this is where I want. I could put him one step forward, but I don't know that it's necessary. I think right there will probably be sufficient. Gets him a little bit back from their attacks. And then I'll go ahead and use her ultimate. I should have used this one first probably, but I don't think it matters too much. I'll give them a moment. You know what I think I'll do is just blow all of those real quick. Looks like Phelan's getting beaten a good bit. I think I'll go ahead and withdraw her. Well, it doesn't matter. We can just let her. Nah. We'll withdraw. And stick Wrath out. Give her against a little boost. For what it's worth. There at the end. Alright, so 567 XP potions, 740 coins, 7 insignia of marksman 2s, and 7 insignia of marksman 1s for that. That's interesting. Let's see what the stats look like on that. Alright, Brienne, followed by Maul, followed by Anai, followed by Etril, then Phelan. So Etril outdid Phelan on this fight. Which is interesting because Etril was at the back and Phelan was at the front. So that bodes well for Etril's success. Alright, cool. Now let's see. Can we do Extreme 2? I don't know. I messed that last one up pretty well. Let's see if I can. Should be able to according to the BP, but that doesn't mean that I can. Let's see what the map looks like. Alright, we've got a bunch of different areas that we're coming from, and 4 portals to defend. And we could just make a little base. Maybe put a couple of healers. Maybe. Maybe that's the way. Perhaps we take... who shall I remove to put a healer in? That's the question. I can remove Ain and put in Camille. Sure, that's fine, I think. Okay, so if we do that, yeah, why not? So first and foremost, I'll put, I think, her here. And then I think maybe Brienne next to her over here. And maybe that's a terrible idea, because I should have... Okay, first of all, let's undo that idea and put her one over this way. I should have put her probably the other way. That's okay. I'll try putting him here. I think... No, I won't. Nope. I'll scratch that idea. Undo that. Let's stick Dao Chen I want to stick Dao Chen here. And then probably, yeah, probably her here. And that way we can cover a lot of the board, like that. Then, let's see. Decisions, really. We have 4 more people to deploy. Are they all going to come around to the sides? Because if so, then I ought to have faced them more appropriately. Not sure. But I think I'm going to put arrogance there to try to deal with some of that. This is unfortunate. Okay, that one just went on through, and that one, and that one. So, alright, let us do a better job this time. I think those just came straight through. So, try this again. Maybe then I need to put these guys up front instead of in the back. They've got a pretty good range, and they can start hitting right away. So, let's just do it like this. Unfortunately, it means we're going to be available still to the sides if we do that. Could go here, covering that area. And then what if I'll put her here, going this way, and then possibly Wrath, Arrogance rather, going the other way. Not a problem. Apparently an insufficiency has occurred. Alright, well, that didn't work 1 iota. That's not quite where I need him. I would need him a little more this way, I think. Maybe there? Well, maybe one back from there would be fine. And then, let's see, that guy's gonna come around here. It seems that Phelan is insufficient by herself. Terrible attempt. Alright, well, I gotta think on that one. It's kind of tough. Might need to either rearrange things significantly or level them up in some ways. But I don't know. Tough one. Alright. Let's see here. What was I doing? I don't know. Okay. We got enough to promote her. And that just is a straight stat upgrade. So then we would have to get another 47 of these insignia marksman 2s in order to get her to the next promotion level, which would actually just give her some more good stats and actually yeah, would need quite a bit more of these in order to get all the way up to where she actually needs to be. It'd be like 117. No. Nope, nope, nope. Let's see. She only has 3. And so, yeah, 117 is right. 117 more. Of those. And then also one of these mythic extracts in order to get her all the way promoted up, which would be nice. I think I would like the extra DPS that would entail. It's a very weird artifact that I put on her, but I had probably just quick equipped and took whatever it gave me most likely. So, all right, cool. For now, I think I'm going to go and click on this and get some of these, and then maybe I'll start some, didn't even check to see what that was, but I'll start some raids for some of her stuff that she needed if I can find her. And then, oh, there she is. For some reason I have trouble finding Idril. Partially, I'm sure, because I just got her, but also because I'm just not incredibly visual. So, let's start some of these auto raids. I can't do Extreme 2, but I can do this one. Need 110 of the pieces. So that would take, well, 117, so that would take a bare minimum of 12 runs. Probably more. Let's see how many we can do. Not even close. But we could. So let's set it to 13, and then we'll click start. And use, let's see, 132 stamina needed, so we'll use one of these, and then we'll use 4 of these. And get that going. Apparently I did not use brains during that process, and was for some reason thinking I needed 100 instead. Oh well. Okay, so how about we just use a whole another one of these? Sounds good. Let's do it. Alright. Get that minimized, and then I'm gonna go try to pull some guys, I think. Let's see, we've got something here. Apparently we did enough stuff that we got 2 legendary skill crystal shards from this little progress tracker down at the bottom of this hero training screen, which is cool. And we're in 4th place on leveling up, starring up, promoting heroes, or upgrading hero skills to win trophies and redeem rewards. Well, that's cool. Let's get out of there, and then I'm gonna go and summon some folks. Who shall I summon today? Hard to say. I think I'm gonna go to the surprise invocation of spirits. There's also a crazy invocation of spirits running. And then that, your chance to get a legendary hero is up. It's doubled. In this, if you get a legendary hero, then you get an additional one as well. So I'm gonna give this a go and see what we get. Alright, we got Voltus. He's a 3-star mage. He's from the cultist faction. It says Voltus, assigned to protect the commander, possesses electrical powers of mysterious origin. Beware his devastating storm. But continue and summon again. We got Rumnose, the 2-star defender. This cheeky goblin can't stay out of a dream. When healthy, he's mighty hard to take down. And so, summon again. And who is it gonna be? Oh, it's looking great. It's a purple Nalvarus. You know, I've always wanted to try it out now, please. He's a 4-star mage from the Nightmare and Desotericist factions. Every child in Tia has had nightmares of Nalvarus. Deals AoE damage and summons exploding scarecrows. I feel like I used him once in a like a friend assist for the with dragon. I don't know if I actually used him or if I just thought about using him. I can't remember. But I do think he's neat. He's a cool little addition to the group. So let's summon again. See what we get this time. We have Walgrek, the 2-star mage. Running with a band of thieves, Walgrek slows enemies with his putrid magic while increasing his own speed. It's interesting that his magic is putrid, right? And now we have Screeve, the 2-star marksman. Can't trust this one. This vile goblin will lead you into the dark before plugging you with his daggers. Next summon, what do we got? It is Aaron, the 3-star healer. I was using Aaron for a while. Gifted, if not impatient, Aaron uses AoE to heal units and provide debuffs. I'm not sure really why it says gifted, if not impatient. It's kind of an interesting connection to draw between being gifted and being patient or unimpatient. Impatient, impatient. There's the one. But anyway, yeah. I think that description is strange every time I see it. And now we have another Nalfrost, so we can awaken Nalfrost. That'll be fun. Crazy to draw them so close together. Cool though. I'm for it. And then we have Praetor, the 2-star defender. Wielding his great mace, Praetor defends the weak while in constant search of his lost love. Poor old Praetor, you know? He's a wanderer. And now we have Phelan, 4-star esotericist mage. Phelan controls toxins to eliminate all enemies that stand in her path. Well, that'll be good, because then I can awaken Phelan. I'm all about it. Phelan is pretty decent DPS, and she does poison, which is nice. And then we have Rogers, the 2-star defender. Stalwart and loyal, Rogers can bolster his own defenses to become human wall. Summon again. Let's see what we have. Alright, it is Jonkar. He's a mummy. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but he looks a lot like a mummy. Alright, he's a 4-star fighter. He's from the esotericist faction. Death is only the beginning. Jonkar curses blocked enemies and attacks multiple units at once. Curses blocked enemies. Interesting. I'll have to find out more about him for sure. Don't know how I feel about him right now. Summon him again. And see what we get. It's our friend Peter, 2-star defender who is still looking for that lost love in every corner of Tia. And maybe beyond, who knows? Let's see, Rum knows, and got him a little bit earlier. He's the defender who is mighty hard to take down when he's healthy. When he's not healthy, who knows? But when he's healthy, he's a tough one. Duradel, elf, vampire, possibly both. Duradel's surge skill does massive damage and restores HP. Talk about versatile. He's a 3-star fighter. And he has blue skin, which I think is very interesting. I don't associate with blue skin with either elves or vampires. But maybe I have just been out of the loop for a while and just don't know about the blue elf culture. Here we have Arlo, the 2-star fighter, a masked man of the people. Arlo's a dexterous fighter who can reduce hero summoning costs. I like being able to reduce hero summoning costs, and I need to look at him again just, at some point, just to see exactly what he does. Maybe it'll be useful, who knows? Here's Dagna, the 3-star defender. She is from the Northern faction, and it says mighty things come in small packages. Dagna's a North Throne faction leader able to greatly heal herself. She is neat, and I've used her in the melee gear raids for sure. No, not melee gear raids, just melee raids. Insignia raids? There we go. Terminology, it's coming. Here we have Liam, the 2-star marksman. He's a piercer. Unshakable and accurate, Liam can attack multiple enemies simultaneously from an impressive distance. Let's try again. See what we get. Looks like we have Screef, the 2-star marksman. He's the one who plugs you with his daggers in the dark. Read that how you will. And now we've got Langlin, the 2-star healer. Langlin is devout as can be. His healing magic dispels negative effects, keeping allies in the fight. That is what a healer's for, keeping the allies in the fight. Absolutely. And this is Langlin again. It's his twin. It's interesting how you can get one right after another sometimes. Here's Liam, the 2-star piercer. We had him a moment ago. And then Nero, the 3-star mage, who is also a cultist, a watcher, and a lord. Nero's a flame-cloaked master of AoE damage and faction leader for the cursed cult. Rank the heat. I already have him fully awakened, so he'll be dismissed for some gems, ultimately. Then we have Halder, the 2-star fighter. As a traveling mercenary, Halder seeks to repay a debt that saved his very life. What do we have now? Let's see. It's Nero again. He's the 3-star cultist lord we saw a moment ago. Down to 21 rare summoning crystals at the moment. And we got Jonas, the 2-star fighter. Your classic drunkard with a spear. Now, the interesting thing is, I don't know if the drunkard with a spear trope is classic. Maybe I'm wrong, but the classic drunkard, sure. But maybe this is saying it's our classic drunkard, and he also has a spear. He may be a deserter, but he sure can bolster himself in a fight. Followed by Dagna. We had Dagna just a moment ago. She is that lord who heals herself a little bit. She is a defender. She's pretty good in certain contexts. Halder, the 2-star fighter, as a traveling mercenary, Halder seeks to repay a debt that saved his very life. We had him only a moment ago as well. And then, next, who have we? It is Volroot, the 3-star watcher, fighter, who's also a lord, and a dwarf. Volroot is a roughneck faction leader of the Watchguard. His mechanical fists wreak havoc with burn damage. I think I have him fully awakened, I'm pretty sure as well. But he can also be used to fuse into somebody, I don't know who. Here's Screef again, the 2-star marksman who is often appearing. He gets around, you know? And then we have Muriel. Mariel? Maybe it's Mariel. I've not seen her before. She looks like she's a 4-star defender. She's from the Watcher faction, and it says the paladin you need at your side. Mariel, could be, I don't know, Mariel can heal herself and others, all while dishing out damage. That seems like it could be useful. I don't know. Seems good. Summon again. See what we get this time. It is Arlo, the 2-star fighter. We saw him just a little bit ago. Also, my background fight just completed, I noticed, so that should be helpful for progressing. Idril? Yeah, Idril. Here we have Narvi, the 3-star fighter. A most inquisitive adventurer, Narvi makes a great companion, bolstering heroes and reducing costs. She also can come in handy in various situations. And then Jonas, the 2-star deserter who can bolster himself in a fight. Followed by Screef, 2-star marksman, and he plugs you with his daggers in the dark, as I recall. Halder. Yes, his very life was saved. I think that can probably apply to all of these all of these characters, I suspect, because they are kind of fighter types, you know? Here we have Skull, the 3-star fighter, with a galvanizing roar. Skull boots allies and lays enemies low, able to regenerate health when low. Something about it using low in both sentences is a little bit, I don't know, difficult for me. Another Screef. He is plugging you with his daggers some more. Don't, you gotta watch out there. There's a lot of these Screefs running around, and Jonas is as well. Drunkards who can bolster that. No, he's a deserter, I'm sorry. He's a drunkard, a deserting drunkard with a spear. And he can bolster himself in a fight, so watch out. Next time you're in a bar, you see that guy, watch out. And Screef again. He hangs out with Jonas, probably right outside of the bar, as a matter of fact, but when Jonas walks on out there. And then we have Langling. This is our third copy of Langling this time around, I believe. He is the 2-star healer guy. And then we have Barclay, 3-star fighter. When deployed, Barclay raises the defense of nearby allies. His pike grants him decent range. I would be curious at some point to look at him. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but just to see how much his range is, in fact, extended. And then we have Lily. I've not seen Lily before, to my knowledge. She's a 4-star healer from the Piercer and Esotericist faction. A floral enigma. Lily can save one ally from imminent death by shielding them with thorny protection. Well, that's cool. Might have to look into Lily and see what she's all about. We have three summoning crystals left for the rare ones. And who have we got? We've got Langland. Langland we've seen a couple times. He's so incredibly like violet. His aura is violet. There's like a light around him. And then we have Rogers, the 2-star defender. And for the last summoning crystal that I have, we have let's find out. It is Rex, the 3-star defender. He's from the Watcher faction. He's one of the first few heroes you get. Unyieldingly loyal to the commander, Rex uses sword and shield to stun enemies and deal AoE damage. Now we're going to continue on now with diamonds. We have enough of a diamond collection to make it a good race. So we have Rutu, the 3-star fighter. The Scalekins, in it for the thrills, gains a shield after placement and recovers costs. I like the cost recovery thing. It's always neat. But I don't think that Rutu is good. I've looked at him before. He looks like he should, just glancing at him, you might think he would be good, but you would be wrong because he's not particularly great. Here's Halder. We saw him before. He's out to repay a debt for someone saving his life. Then we have Skulf again. We saw him a moment ago. 3-star fighter, I believe. And then Cutter, a 2-star marksman. Cutter is not quite as common as some of the other goblins, but he's fairly common. He's from the Piercer faction, so he's one of the 2-stars who actually has a faction, which is kind of cool. Cutter launches poison-laced daggers with ease, but downs booze with less grace than an ox. Because we all know that those, booze-drinking oxes are incredibly graceful. They do it with, style, And here we have Cutter again. Rumnose, 2-star defender. And he is the one who's hard to take down when he's healthy, but he's a bit of a drunkard himself. He hangs out in the same bar as Jonas, and most reefs right outside. Here we have Hayden, 2-star fighter. Hulking and tanky, this trusty warrior can reduce hero summoning costs. A lot of these guys reduce hero summoning costs, and in fact, it might be kind of useful to stick those into the the frost trials, I guess. I don't know. That might be somewhere that they could be helpful. And then we have Duradel. He is the elf slash vampire, maybe neither, maybe both. He's a little bit sketchy. Again, he's blue, you know? We're not sure about the blue guys. Oh, hey, look, it's a legendary. Very nice. It's got a blue flower. I have no idea who it is.
I shall make playthings of the dead.
Our research begins. The witcheries never die.
Okay, she has a skull on her head, and her name is Morrigan. Well, this is actually really nice because we've got a 5-star lord. That's always good. She's a mage, the cryptic faction leader of the Cursed Cult. Morrigan's bombs and AoE magic are devastating to groups. We definitely needed something decent in the cultist faction because it's a little bit rough. Hopefully she'll fit the bill. I don't know anything about her, but we're gonna go with a solid maybe. It seems like it'll be good. Oh yeah, here's our second one, because when you pull one, you get a second one for your first legendary in this 1+1 banner, as they call it. Now we have a bug. Oh, it must be a demon, right? Or are we getting the knight? I think we're getting the demon. Or we're getting the defender guy. I think we're getting him.
Get out of my kingdom.
Yeah, we're definitely getting him. Lion guy. He looks like an action figure, doesn't he? So his name is Regulus, and he's a 5-star defender from the Watcher Guild or faction. It says, champion of the downtrodden, this liberating defender emboldens allies and never concedes ground. He was my extra legendary hero, which is very, very cool. I like it. So we achieved Legend's favor apparently as well. Oh, that's super cool. Now we're going to say okay. We're not going to say something again on this one because we have a lot stored in the backup storage right now. So we'll have to go deal with that in a minute. But because we got this already, the 1+1, if you see over here, it says obtaining a legendary hero grants you an extra random legendary hero. This takes effect one time only. So we got our one time, and there's no reason to continue to pull in this banner after you get that second legendary guy, especially when we have this crazy invocation of spirits over here, which increase your chances of pulling a legendary by 2, right? So that seems like the way to go. However, we also have this to claim over here at the side. We got 10 diamonds and 4 legendary extracts for that. And I'm gonna go out of here and go kind of try to deal with some of these heroes that I have. Alright, so we're level 44 now. With we got 50 diamonds, diamond plus 50, and we got our stamina max increased by 3. Which is cool. All cool. And we can also come over here and check out what we got. So we got 10,140 coins, 10,100 XP potions, 1 of the mythic extracts that we will need, 81 of the insignia of marksman 3s, and 1 of the legendary extracts that we'll also need. So that's going to be very helpful. We're not quite there. That's not 117. But we're not far off, and we can start another auto battle on the same thing in a moment. Let's go to Idril and go to promotion, and then we're going to promote her this time to the next star level. Star, how do you want to look at it? I don't know what to call it. We won't be able to promote her again yet, and I had forgotten about that because we'll have to start up first. I don't really have anybody I want to do that with at the moment. So, let's see what else we might have. If I want to do something, maybe we work on Maul a little bit. He certainly could use a little help. We can't promote him any further. He's at the same situation as Idril on that, but at the very least, we can perhaps upgrade him a little bit with some of what we have. And the question is, do I want to, or do I want to do that on the legendaries that I just got? I might instead want to go get some XP right now because I might end up wanting to level some of these guys up who we've just been grabbing. So let's go ahead. Oh yeah, we can't do that until we go with some of the guys here. So maybe I can do this in the right order. Who knows? All right, so we go here and let's just first of all find any 1 stars. There aren't any, so let's try 2 stars that we might have hanging around. We have a good number of those, but primarily they are fusible ones, and also to consider, we need to consider the fact that we're probably going to want to eat some of these guys later on. Now they're very easy to get, so I'm not going to concern myself with it too much, but what if I keep 3 copies of each guy? Just because that seems, that seems like a working system. And then I can get rid of a bunch of these and move people over. I feel like we have enough people that I don't need to be too worried about not having what I need to do whatever it is that I might want to do with them. I feel like keeping 3 should be sufficient for now. There's still 78, so you know what? I'll keep 1 more of each just as an added precaution. Be a little extra careful, right? Alright, now we'll just dismiss the rest of these guys. And I think we'll still have enough to do whatever we need to later. Or we can just get them easily enough because they're not exactly rare. That gives us room for 70 guys. So let's hop over here. First of all, get distracted by checking for things. It's always a good idea too. Alright, now we'll go to the summon window and pull these guys out of storage. And then back and try to remember what I was doing. What is also interesting is the 80-25-25 won this year, but he didn't get a second one, so he must not have been pulling on the 1+1 banner. He must have been I don't know, maybe the buy 2 banner? I'm not sure, that's too bad. I mean, it's good that he got Lissier, I think, but I don't know anything about Lissier, but it's a legendary, that's good. I don't know. Alright. Getting distracted already, so let's go back to raids and go to find some XP over here, I think. And I'll just do however many auto fights that can be done right now. Plus a few more, I think. Let's do 11 times. And then we'll add 2 of these. And that'll cover it, and go ahead and start that. Minimize it, pop out of there, and then go back to where? Let's see, heroes. And I think we need to sell some more of, if we have any 1 stars. There's no 1 stars, of course, because there's been in this thing, I just realized. Silly me. Okay. Go ahead and get rid of the ones that I don't want to sell. And then we'll sell the rest and be ready. for pulling some more guys, hopefully. Alright. Looks good. Do good. Alright, let's go back out of there and go to summon. And then we want to do the crazy invocation of spirits. And let's see. Chances are up 2 times to get legendaries here. Which, you know, for what that's worth. We have 3,015 that I can use. I don't know if I should do it here or not. I wonder if there's anything else first and foremost that's going to be upcoming that I should be aware of before I do that. Nascent Divine Summoning. What is that? During the event, the first legendary hero summoned is guaranteed to be an unowned one. So that's on Saturday and Sunday. Divine Summoning, what does that mean though? Is that the legendary? Yeah, it might be the legendary crystal that's used for that. I'm not sure. That's cool. It can only be activated 1 time. Then there is Crazy Invocation of Spirits, which is already running. Special Ancient Summoning, which is already running. Surprise Invocation, all of that is already going. Looks like Brave Conquest is going to be coming up. So I don't see anything that I think uses the rare summoning crystals upcoming. So, do I do it or do I not? I'm not sure. For the skin discount event right here that I need to claim something for, looks like. Eliminate 4,000 monsters and we get 1 discount token and 1 huge stamina potion. Perform 50 summons in the event summon and we get 100 diamonds and 1 discount token. Let's see. Cool. Let's go ahead and see what the random discount gives us. Well, price reduced 1 time on the bundle here, which is apparently 80 cleaning meteorites, 3 refining crystals, and 2 gear recasting hammers. And that's $19.99 looks like for that. Interesting. Spiritual altar, which is for summoning things, which is what we've been just doing. We're far along in this. This actually gives good incentive to do some more summoning. We've got 5 Frost Devourer shards, 1 Ancient Summoning Crystal, 200 diamonds, 300,000 gold, 300 diamonds, 1 5-star Psychic Power, and 1 Legendary Skill Crystal. I think probably it would behoove us to continue, because we can get another Ancient Summoning Crystal, and there's the potential to get more stuff, so I think it would be a good idea to do this. Now we can also use this to get one of these 2 guys, and I think both of them looked kind of neat whenever I had a look at them earlier. So you know what, why not, right? Let's look at this though. It says, in this special Ancient Summoning event, the rate up heroes have 20 times the drop rate of other heroes of the same rarity. The drop rates are equal among other heroes of the same rarity. In special Ancient Summoning, the total drop rates of heroes with the same rarity will remain the same. Alright, so the first time you obtain a legendary hero that is not featured as rate up, the drop rate of all rate up heroes will be multiplied by 2 in your future summons. If you again obtain a legendary hero that is not featured as rate up, the drop rate of all rate up heroes will be multiplied by 2 again. This accumulating boost will continue until you successfully summon any rate up hero. Okay. So you can get any of the legendary lord heroes from this. You just have well, better chance getting those. Is that right? Pity timer only triggers once during the event. And what is the pity timer? Let's see. I guess it's this thing about multiplying your chances of getting the rate up heroes by 2. So interesting. Confusing somewhat. Okay, because this is chances up 20%. So you're not getting like double chances of getting something on this or anything like that. It's just that if you hit a legendary, then it's more likely to be these legendaries than the other ones. That's what this is all about. So, this is the ancient summoning record that I have. And as you can see, I have not done particularly well with my ancient summonings. There are 8 pages, and I haven't hit anything with it yet. So I'm 24 deep in this. The pity timer rule on this is it's a little steeper than the other one. The regular one, the pity timer starts at 185 consecutive summons, and it's guaranteed by 200, or at 180, sorry, consecutive summons, and it's guaranteed by 200. But for this one, it's a legendary lord hero. It has to be summoned after 185 consecutive summons. The pity timer kicks in. Sorry, that wasn't explained perfectly, but I think perhaps you'll understand what I'm saying. So, alright. It hasn't been lovely. Odds aren't great with my 18 that I'll get anything worthwhile. But it could happen. And I almost may as well. Didn't see anything fancy coming up with this anyway, and if I don't get anything, it'll just increase my chances of getting something in the next thing, so not a big deal. We got Decimus, the 3-star fighter. Relentless to the T, this undead warrior stays in the fight even after his health has been depleted. For another like 5 seconds, I think he stays up after he's been killed. He's decent for certain things, for sure. Oh look, we got Sorzus, the 3-star mage. He's a member of the Nightmare faction, and I have him a few times at least. I'm not sure if he's maxed out, but we'll see later on that. Advisor to the Nightmare Legion, Sorzus preys on the weak. He does exceptional damage to low HP enemies. Summon again and see what we get. Nero, the 3-star mage. He's a member of the cultist and the Watcher faction, and we saw him earlier at least once, maybe twice. Followed by Nash, the 3-star fighter. His name hits the nail on the hammer. Okay. Nash eviscerates multiple enemies at a time with his morbid club. Morbid club. Camille, the 3-star healer. She's a member of the Watcher faction. Camille is ever the sight for sore eyes. Channeling the power of the holy light, she'll patch you up in no time. She is one of the basic healers that you get, and I am still using her fairly regularly. We have Nash. Again, we just had Nash a couple of summons ago, so I think you know what he does. At the very least, we're getting those altar points up. And we got Abby Zhao. Huh. That's interesting. So Abby Zhao is a 4-star mage. Member of the cultist faction, which is cool because expanding the cultist faction is a good thing to do for me. Abby Zhao, who harbors malice toward humans, is a terrifying presence. She strengthens herself through slaughter, wielding the psyche force to vent her anger toward the creatures of Tia. She does look a little bit on the crazy side. Just slightly. I don't know, something about wearing skulls as hats? You know, gives me that impression. And now we have Rourke. Rourke is a 4-star fighter. He's a member of the Northern faction. Hiding his face under the cold helmet, this mysterious lord drives the power of Winter's Edge, a legendary axe, to cast potent shields for both his allies and himself. That sounds like a good skill. I'm a big fan of the fighter slash defender setup. You know, that's nice. All right, cool. He's very unrecognizable in his little thumbnail, but that's all right. Maybe I can figure it out. You never know. And here we have Dagna, the 3-star Northerner Defender. Mighty things come in small packages. Dagna's a North Throne faction leader, able to greatly heal herself. We had her a couple times earlier, and she's a lord, so it's always nice to have a lord. She may still need some more awakening in her. I'm not sure. I might be done with it. Here we have Maureen, the Infernal Piercer marksman. She's not particularly good, but nonetheless, she is what she is, I suppose. Captain Reeves' first mate at your service. Maureen bombards enemies with her explosive ultimate. And so we're down to 8 ancient crystals at the moment, just to let you guys know where things stand. And now, what do we have here? We got Spring, the 3-star healer. As rejuvenating as the season itself, Spring can heal multiple units at once. Spring is less good than Autumn. And next, Dagna. We've got Dagna a few times already, so I think you know who she is. Followed by, I don't know, let's see, it's Nunya. Nunya, the 3-star healer. Let this one's magic soothe your soul. Nunya calls upon the jungle to heal her allies and bolster defense. Okay, we've got 5 left to go. And we have Nunya again. In case you missed it the first time, you're gonna see it this time, right? It's so funny how often that happens, that you summon one and then you summon again and boom, it's the same person. And here we have Skolf, the 3-star fighter. We saw him a little bit ago a couple of times. And now for Glenn, the 3-star defender. He's the one who turns to prayer to deflect damage. This is Shelor. We saw her a little bit ago as well. She's a 3-star fighter. And Ogrel. He too is a 3-star fighter, and he does the rampaging. Ah, yes, we're all out of them. Now, we still have... I don't want to use any of those. We've already actually used them all anyway, earlier, I think. So, let's go ahead and... Oh, hey, let's look at this. I forgot all about the, this thing here. We got 2 rare summoning crystals from that. Alright, cool. And now, first of all, let's go see where we're at in the events thing. Because, the spiritual altar, that's the one. So I want to see how close we are to the end here. Looks like we only need 800 more points, so I think it's going to be worth it to finish this up. Alright, we got 1 ancient summoning crystal there, 400 diamonds, 1 legendary skill crystal, and we're close to getting these 2 legendary bits here. Let's see what we need. We need 800 points. How can we get it? Well, enough 4 stars will get us there. And, of course, anything can add up to it, but maybe a few 4 stars? It seems unlikely, but maybe we can hit that and get the 2 ancient summoning crystals, maybe. In fact, we could go summon again in that ancient one and get, at least it won't be 2-star stuff. Alright. We got 8,250 gold coins, 136,700 XP potions, and like 7 of these green guys, and 6 of the gray guys. I think we can sell some of this from this screen. No, we can't. I thought maybe we could sell some of the gray guys, but apparently no such luck. Alright. Let's see if we need to sell any of this. We could do to sell some real quick, just to make some money and not have to deal with that later. Let's go ahead and dismiss these white wings. Gray wings. Somebody called them white at some point, and got it in my head a little bit, but they're definitely gray. We've got a few other things we can do here. Looks like the harbor has brought back a deep sea pearl finally. Cool. Now let's see what I want to go for next. What I've been doing is checking the mystery rewards and seeing what we're missing as far as rares go. Because it seems like a good idea to go for the rares, and anything else that we get is incidental, right? So we got some volcanic salt that we're missing. So let's go back over here and look for some volcanic salt. Where can we find it? Probably here. Yes. Well, out of harbor permits. Too bad. So sad. Alright. Well, then in that case, looks like our trading post is upgraded over here successfully. And what does it mean? It means that we have 8 weekly order counts instead of 7 now. So good. Sounds like a blast. There's all kinds of good stuff we can get now that we could before, but now it's available again because the screen is up. Alright. Yeah, what is this? This is a shard of a mythic extract. Okay, cool. I might get that just so I can get those stamina. That seems like a good idea. So I'm kind of low on stamina, and I could use it in the background. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll grab this top one. It's called Replenish Stamina. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing to me. I'll do it. So we got 2 mythic extract shards, 30 mithril, and 80 stamina for that. Hop out of that window, and now we have enough to get through quite a few more of these resource raids, and I want to do these XP raids for now, I think, with this stuff. Alright, let's get out of there, and then see where we're at. Okay. I think I'm gonna go and try this again with my newfound ancient summoning crystal. And we get Nero, the 3-star cultist watcher mage. I've had them a few times. So we'll get out of that screen and go over to the crazy invocation of spirits next. And now see, he was a 3-star, so that didn't give us much in the way of points on the spiritual altar. And here we have Shelor, the 3-star fighter. We've had her a couple of times tonight. Let's try again. And this time we got Skull. Had him before tonight as well. 3-star fighter. And I think he's the one who rampages. Could be wrong. Marine. She's the 3-star marksman who, I got her early on. I felt like everybody got her early on, but I could be wrong on that. Here's Rumnose, the 2-star defender. And he hangs out in the bar with the other goblins. Ogre, 3-star fighter, and he's the one that is the epitome of a berserker. So actually, he's the one who rages. I don't know who I had thought it was a second ago, but it's so cool. Borut is the 3-star fighter lord, and he's a dwarf. He's actually really decent. He knocks people back as well, which is very helpful in a lot of fights. Camille is a 3-star healer from the Watcher faction, and she's the one that I've mentioned that I'm still using in a number of occasions. So, oh, Demos. See, I never had Demos. I've heard about him and I've seen him. He's a 4-star fighter from the Nightmare faction. Bane of vampires, Demos rips enemies to shreds. His strikes against the same enemies compound. Well, that's cool. I like that. We'll summon again. So that's our first epic since, out of the ones that we need for getting the spiritual altar up. That's a 2-star defender. Rogers. He's one of your basic fellows. I've seen him lots of times. Jonas, he's the drunkard who can manage to bolster himself in a fight, so watch yourself. Classic drunkard with a spear, we have described him as. Here's Liam, two-star piercer he's a marksman, and he's pretty decent for a green, honestly. The fact that he has faction is also cool. This is Aaron, the three-star healer. He's the one that I was using along with Camille until I got a better healer. Jonas, the two-star drunkard, is back in play again. And then we have Cute, three-star marksman, a cunning goblin archer whose poisoned arrows bounce from foe to foe. Beware his traps. And Ogrel again. He is the rampaging berserker. Followed by another Cute. And Voltus. Voltus is one of the first ones that you get. He is a gem who becomes a man. You could say he's a gem of a guy. Arlo, two-star masked man of the people. He is, I believe, you know what? I don't even know. He might be a marksman, but he might be a fighter. I don't recall. Here's Ryder, two-star fighter for sure. Obsessed with Arlo, this double-bladed warrior mimics his every move, can heavily increase his own attack. And then we have Arlo again. We just met him. Alright, here's Spring, three-star healer who's as rejuvenating as the season itself. Hayden, two-star fighter. And it's kind of interesting that it says he's tanky, right? Because, like, he's a fighter. You would think he would be a defender if he's tanky. It's kind of weird. But we have Solil, so that's number 2 of the epics. And I said we would probably need 3 epics to be able to get enough points to get that those 2 ancient summoning shards. Alright, so she's a 4-star mage from the Watcher and Infernal factions. We got her earlier. We should be able to awaken her a good deal if she's not already finished up. And so we have 2 of the 3 epics that we need for that goal. So Arlo is in fact a fighter. 2-star fighter. Him and his follower are both on my roster. We got Cutter, a 2-star piercer who does in fact have a faction, which is nice. Means he can participate in the faction trials. Here's yet another Maureen. She's nothing if not obnoxious. And here we have yet another Jonas. We've got a lot of alcoholics in our group here, most of which I dismiss. Here we have another Nash, 3-star fella. I don't know how far along he is in the awakening, but who knows? We'll see. Here's another Hayden. He's the tanky fighter. Tanky 2-star fighter. Not just any tanky fighter. And there he is again, his duplicate running around just outside. And Preeter, he's a 2-star defender and he is in search of his lost love. Followed by yet another Preeter who's looking for his lost love. Could it be that they are one and the same? Maybe she's not lost. Maybe she's hiding. And there's Cube, 3-star marksman. The Goblin Army is growing stronger. Preeter again. I'm telling you, that guy just doesn't know when to quit. Ah, this is promising. We've Aatrox, a 4-star cultist, chaotic fighter. Born to die, this sacrificial warrior trades HP for massive damage and generates a fire field upon death. I have one of him, so I think that this will awaken, which will be cool. Alright, let's go at this point. Yes, we have heroes in our backup storage, and we also can do this number and get 20 diamonds there. And that will be helpful. Let's go back over here, and first and foremost, I think I will check on this check mark and see what's going on with that. Oh, just because we have a lot of things that we can get if we want to. That's what that's all about. I don't really have any need for them at the moment, so I won't grab them. Howsoever, I will grab whatever's here in the mine, which is 1,800 coins, 4 mithril, 8 stamina, 1,200 XP potions, and 2 insignia of marksman 1. And then, may as well, I guess, get this. 5,250 coins, 87,040 XP potions. I did not even know that you could get blue people in these background fights. Apparently you can. That's cool. The fight was ended due to full hero capacity. That's too bad, but that's very, very cool. Then we got 2 green guys and then 6 gray guys. I'm still surprised at the 3-star guy. Cool. Alright, then in that case, I better go and deal with this situation here, which is my people need to be sold and things. But first, let's see if anybody can be awakened. I know that some people probably can. We've got Phelan here. She can be awakened. And she's going to get attack +5 for this, so that's great. It's phenomenal. Let's awaken her. Got a 4-star psychic power for that as well. And who else can be awakened? Let's see. Nalvarus. Yes, I got him twice already. God. Alright, so let's awaken him, and when the talent is triggered, increases crit rate by 20% for 6 seconds. Cool. Got a 4-star psychic power for that. Who else do we have hanging out here, waiting in the wings? Looks like that's it for the guys that are currently available. Alright. So now we'll go back. That wasn't the way to go back, but that's alright. Go here, and we'll look for our 1 hero guys, dismiss those, and get a little bit of gold. And then, let's see, we have space for only 8, so let's go for the 2-star guys, and do the keep 4 of each guy thing, just because, you know, that seems safe. And I'm not too concerned, you know, about messing up. It's probably going to be okay, you know? Actually didn't really intend to keep the ones who are useless, but that's okay. Get rid of 16 guys there. Alright, so that ought to give me a little bit of room in the hero bag. Hero inventory, I don't know, however you want to phrase that. That's not the screen I needed to go to, though. I need to go to summon. And then I go to backup storage and a bulk select. And let's just look real quick. We definitely have some guys who will awaken others in here. So let's confirm this. And then go back again to the hero's window and go to awaken. And look and see who, in fact, we can awaken. looks like we can awaken this guy. Atrox might be his name. Atrox. Redeployment time -5 seconds. That's nice. He's locked. Please unlock before ripping. I wonder, is this the wrong one? Is there one that I have up here? Okay. Which one is the right one? Okay, this is definitely the right one because see, has gear on. I click buttons poorly sometimes. I don't know if you know that or not. Alright, here he is. Now, he does have the gear on. So, he's got to be the right guy. We shall unlock this one then and awaken him. And we got a 4-star psychic power for that, which is also quite nice. So redeployment time's gone down 5 seconds for that one. Then we have her. She's already been awakened once. I think this is so legal. Her second awakening will give her attack +5. That can't hurt. Unlock that. Awaken her. And we get a 4-star psychic power for that. Who else might need it? I don't know if anyone currently here will. But we do have some extra guys. So if I can click better, I'll get there. So if we do the 3-star heroes, I have them all awakened at the moment. And it should be that I already have a copy of these guys with gear on them or whatever like that. So these should be safe to dismiss, I think. I don't want to dismiss all of them. Some of them can be used for fusing and things like that. And then there's the paranoia aspect of, do I actually have it or not? We'll save one of each at least. So one there, one there. I think if they have gear on them, then they won't be here at all. It just occurred to me this guy. What have I done? Okay. I think this guy can't be fused into anything. Okay, hold on. Let's try to spin. 3-star. There we go. So we want to keep one of Camille for sure. Because she's fusible into something else. We'll keep one of Beirut for the same reason. One of Maureen. One of Aaron. One of Rex. A Drogo. Glenn. Don't know this guy's name. This might be autumn or spring or something like that. And then we've got this goblin. Alright. Now, do I get rid of the rest of these? That is the question. I think we should have at least one of each safely locked. I think that's the way this works. Hopefully. If not, it's no great loss, honestly. Most of these guys aren't mind-blowing at best. And they're all level 1, so this implies I've put nothing into them at all. I like it. I think it's safe. Let's do it. Let's get a bunch of gems and clear out some room. There we go. Did it. Alright. And now back over. I think I would say the summon window, but I think we need to get some other things going here. Oh look. We got enough for the 2 ancient summoning crystals. Nice, nice. So, now, we got that, and now is there any reason really to continue summoning things? Because we don't have anything that we really particularly need. I could try to get these guys. They're kind of cool. for the special ancient summoning thing. I mean, that might be worthwhile. But I don't know about the regular summons. I feel like we're probably okay not doing that here. Our chances of getting a legendary go up by 2, which has diminishing returns as you get closer to pity. Like, you just hit a legendary, then it makes more sense to do the buy 2 thing. If you haven't hit one in a long time, then you're likely to hit one anyway. The chances going up by 2 don't mean as much. When's the last time I hit one? Let's see. On the booze. Let's see if I can manage to notice it. Okay, here it is. So this was the surprise invocation of spirits, summoned by 1, and that was... Okay, so we have 11 pages. Would be 33 guys. 34, 35. So it's been 35 summons, and therefore we are early into it. So... I think maybe we should summon some more. Makes sense? Maybe it does. I'm not 100% certain that I agree with it. Agree with my own thoughts. We have 3 days left in 1 hour, so maybe I'll wait on that. Go look over here and check again. 3 days from now would be Sunday. What is happening between now and Sunday? We have this, and that is the divine summons. That's the one that's yellow, the legendary one. The Brave Conquest thing, it has a little ancient summoning picture there, but it's still not it's not one of those kind of summons. It's just, I think that's the reward or something like that. Alright, so yeah, nothing upcoming. I don't know, I'm trying to think about all this. Oh, we have a random discount to do over here. And we landed on the middle one. Price reduced 2 times on the middle one. We're up to 230% discount on, what is it? 80 gleaming meteorites, 3 refining crystals, and 2 gear recasting hammers. Saw that earlier, and then I forgot, so that didn't take long. Alright, cool. We'll get off of that page, and look at that. Oh, nice. He won 5-star hero Kai and an extra 5-star hero this year. Oh no, you can awaken. Your other list here now. That's hilarious that he won 2 of the same guy as his 5-star heroes. Wow. Alright, let's see what the root has over here. Oh, look at that! A rare summoning crystal for 70 things. Nice. I like it. Alright. And then we have... Oh yes, right. There's something in the mailbox. Ah yes, it's our She-Lore there that we won in the fight. She-Lore we've gotten a few different times in the summons, so I shan't go over her again at the moment. Let's see. I do have some XP potions and things of that nature that I could throw into something if I wanted to. I'm not really 100% sure that I actually want to do that right now. I think I have to look over my guys a bit before I decide on what to do there. I do have something here. It's an achievement, development. Legends favor, obtain 2 legendary heroes from 2 consecutive summons. Well, yeah, sure, because it was a 1x1, so yeah. So we get 30 diamonds and 10 achievement points for that. That's cool. Excellent. Let's hop out of there, and then there's something in the gallery, I think. Yes, gallery. Because we got more of these people in the factions, we now can get redeployment time -5 for the guys in this faction. Which who do we have here? We have a Soul Day. We have whoever that guy is. We have this tanky person who might be called Dagna. We've got Nocturne. We've got this is good. Etern. No. Is this? It looks like Etern. I think it's Etern. Mari, Maul, Lightlock, some girl I don't know who what is. Rocks, and that might be a Harpoon. I think Harpoon's garbage. Okay, we have the Nightmare Council that needs to be checked out. Looks like we get HP plus 200 for all those folks, and so that's wonderful because Nightmare has Wrath, Arrogance, Baron. It also has Gluttony and Nalvarus and Demos, Greed, that guy, Sources, and that girl whose name I don't know. So that seems lovely, but it has some important news there. Who's the third one? The third one will be Rage Regen. That'll be very cool. The Soteria Order. I don't know who's in it, but they're gonna get some rage. That's cool. Initial rage plus 30. Cool. Who do I have here? Okay. Nalvarus, Cyclone, Laurel, some new girl like Lily or something. That guy, and the fish guy, and Nizult, and the bear girl, and Phelan, some random girl, and that goblin guy. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Hopeful. I'm sure. The initial rage plus 30 is nice. For certain. Alright. Now, what more shall I do? I have the faction stuff to do. I haven't done that yet today. I don't think. And so let's go to this and go here and see what we have. The Trial of the Esotericists. Now we just had some esotericists that we won for sure. Who were they? I don't remember. But at least we've got some more here. Must have been okay. Alright, so Nalvarus, the one who might be Lily, the mummy guy, and Rando Archer. Those are the ones. Now, they're all level 1. Not going to be particularly useful, I doubt. But I wonder if there are any qualifications for this level. Clear the stage with no hero killed. That's not great. Clear the stage with soul core intact. Here's the map look like. Alright. So we have 1 soul shard to defend. Going up against 3 ground portals. And it seems not great overall. When attacked or awakened by patrollers, it shifts into combat mode, greatly increasing its movement speed. So, what if we don't attack it? Attacked or awakened by patrollers. I wonder if there's a way to make it not be awakened by patrollers. Alright, we've got, and this is the same guy here, this uncommon destroyer. Both of these guys, they only move around when they're attacked or awakened, and this one too. So the patrollers in question is that? This is, the one? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe we want to slow our roll on this and kind of concentrate. Now, if we lose somebody, then they, it takes away our ability to get the 4 stars that we need. How many healers, or how many people do we need? It doesn't say. You don't have to have a certain amount. So let's go back to this. It's not beautiful. But if we fail, it does nothing. We can just redo it. If we succeed and have lost a piece of the crystal, then, or have had someone die, then, we lose our chance to fight it. I don't know. I don't think that I'll do very well with only 4 people. But let's check and see what it looks like. Yes, I know. I'm a fool. I got it. I understand. Alright. I go into my foolishness with open eyes and open arms. And, oh, right. This is the one with the little blue things on it. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, though, what's going to happen if we just don't do anything with those guys? Will they just start moving on their own? I don't know. And then there's other questions. There's a lot of questions that one has. Like, what if I stick her here? Will she be able to kill that guy before he goes and does anything? And if I don't do anything, okay, alright. So he's gonna hit failing. And that seems all fine and well. Now, all of their health just went down, but I don't know why. And now they're definitely coming on in. So they didn't actually need to be awakened. They were lying about that. Alright. Good to know, good to know. I can't hit both of the people. So, 1 second here. I is only level 35, so why don't we focus on hitting failing that? That seems like a good plan, maybe. And then I suppose we can put this guy down in the one spot we have for a melee guy. And see what happens, I guess. Well, that was a dang good showing for Cyclone there. He went down extremely fast. All right. Well. All right, let's first of all challenge it again with a little bit of a different setup. And still, I'm not going to involve any of these lower level guys quite yet. I just want to see what happens if we try some things here. There's a whole crew of guys who are standing there, but I think as soon as we hit them, they move. I'm not sure. I want to see if that's the way this goes or not. That was certainly the implication. But it doesn't seem to be the reality of the situation. However, I probably should have put her on on the blue thing. Okay. I don't really know what the blue thing does, but it seems like it's a good thing. It makes her glowy. I'm pretty sure glowy is good, right? Feels like it. I suppose I can put him. Where shall I put him? I guess it doesn't matter too much. He's just going to die anyway. Put him back here. And then we'll put her here and she can get both of them. Which I should have already had her out. I just wanted to see kind of how things went. I wonder why it is that he dies quite so badly. I wonder if he is. I wonder if he has any gear on. That would be something to check. Okay, this is the esotericist group. So maybe I go and see if these guys have anything on them. So the only one dealing any damage is Phelan in that, but of course she was on the group of them for a lot longer. It's a rough situation. First, let's go back and see what kind of gear, if any, I have on these folks. I can sort it by faction. If only I knew what the esotericist group looked like. Let's try this. Is that right? Hey, amazing. All right, what a great guess. Here. And none of them are showing up as needing gear. And yet they do. Because there's Nelris, all gearless, sad. Okay, so it's only the new people who don't have any gear. They're fairly useless anyway, so I'm not sure that it's important to mess with that right now. Alright, so Cyclone is only level 40, which might be why he died so quickly, but you know what? I'm not gonna level him up just for this, I don't think. I feel like it's 12:30 and I'm just going to go ahead and do the faction trial that we can do, or the 2 faction trials that we can do, and not worry about it at the moment. Seems like the best plan. So let's go back here and we will auto-fight this. Whatever we did last time must have been good enough, you know. Let's see. Fight that, and then come over here and look at this. And I remember what was going on there. So, alright. Got that auto battle going. And I think I have some XP potions, if nothing else. Gonna have a look at what I have here for my team, if I can find it. I wrote down stuff here. Oh, well this is my ideal dragon fighting list, and it is not even remotely, I don't think, maybe it's somewhat ready, but it's not particularly ready. I think that if we could get Greed leveled up, he might be good here. If I can even find him to look at him. There he is. But I feel like he would have to be, you know, leveled up and promoted, all that. don't know how much. I wouldn't mind wasting some promotions on things. I feel like he has some potential, but at the same time, I have some new guys who may be better. Um, so I don't know. Gotta think on that. We got 305 XP potions and 16 shelter insignia 2s. For that, let's go. I think we can go through the war room to get there, actually. Maybe not. No, wrong. Maybe it's raids. I can never remember how to get to the faction trials. Alright, there they are. So then, I'll just do the auto battle here. And then I think I can level up Barbarian perhaps. Not sure of that. We have something to claim over here, looks like. Premium Growth Fund. Maybe? Oh, there it is. 3 rare summoning crystals at the bottom there. Not sure how I got that. I think I wasn't paying enough attention to notice. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and check on whatever this is. Say, hero's visit or something. Volka says, Commander, are you the one leading this troop? They have the audacity to think they can withstand vampires. It is ludicrous. I need your fighters to teach them a lesson. And so, clear the stage to complete the quest. They've got a couple of air portals and a couple of ground portals, and they're coming for a couple of our soul shards here. Looks like they have Nazim as their boss. He's immune to crowd control except slow. Death Carve deals physical damage 1 time to the target head. Death Trickle deals physical damage 3 times to all targets within 3 tiles or head. Soul Scourge prioritizes attacking defenders, dealing magic damage 1 time. And Forsaken Trowel prioritizes attacking defenders, dealing magic damage to the target and their adjacent units. Once an Eternal Guard of the Scalekin Shrine, now corrupted and lost, transformed into a merciless killing machine. Then we have Mutant Rodents, Batwing's Banshee, Poison Mages, and Scalekin Soldiers. So that's pretty cool. I have room for 6 people on these platforms here and some others elsewhere. Alright, let's see. Let us... Recommended BP is 332,912. And it looks like somehow we've gotten much further than that, surprisingly. Not sure how exactly that happened, but alrighty. I don't know if this is the group that I would choose, but I suppose it'll do. We talked about wanting fighters. That's fine. We'll just go with it and see what happens. How's about? Alright, so let's put Arrogance here. And hopefully he can deal with anything, whether it's air or ground. And then, let's see, he's got a good range ahead. So let's put him here. I like his range. He's nice. We can put probably Brienne. Why doesn't she stand here and face? I guess stand here and face this way. Why not? And then we can have a nice stand here and face that way. Could have probably done better to put Dao Chen elsewhere, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Could put her here, and she could do all of that stuff. Seems fine. I think I'll put, I should have put him probably in the other area, but I'm not sure this is the best layout. We'll see. You know what I forgot about too is Yidril and her existence. Um, Probably would have been better to have brought her along. Guess I can add her to the mix here. Why not? May as well put her here, I think. Let's make sure, but I think he can, yeah, he can hit ahead of that. Would have been smarter probably to put her behind and him in front, but that's okay. He's definitely hitting that arrogance pretty hard with his little arrow there. His damage ball. No idea when I clicked that. Make this go a little bit faster there. Probably I don't even need anybody right there, but why not, right? Maybe I do. This guy might hit Wrath hard. I don't know. Wrath has his own self-heal now because I was able to awaken him all the way. So, that's convenient. Um, that would have been a situation in which expanding Dachan's range would have been helpful. So, that was, an argument for doing so for sure. All right, so once more, arrogance blew everybody out of the water. Um, the rest of them were just sort of, you know, stragglers, to say the least. Hmm. Well, I think that the Etran is doing quite well. He is not quite as much in that fight as Balin, but I think he did very well, all things considered. All right. So, let's go ahead and go back to her, and we will complete that. And that gives us 5 arena permits and 150 stamina. She says, please retrieve these magical materials for me. Rest assured, your reward should be generous. And she would like 10 of these insignia of Mages 1, which I happen to have exactly 10 of these particular insignias. For this, we get 1 legendary summoning crystal shard. She says, excellent work. Make sure to relay to your fighters that opposing the vampires is a futile endeavor. Alright, so that's all fine and well. I think we have something to do over here. We can upgrade the Hyperion thing. And we got something going on over here. Hyperion Revival, level up Hyperion and Pantheon to level 100. And that gives us 10 achievement points and 100 diamonds. Cool. We have a background fight that completed here, and it gave us 187 potions, XP potions that is, and 16 of the Shelter Insignia 2s, which we just used to help level that up, I think. And we have something to claim here. So we can unlock this to get a double XP thing and 50 diamonds. And also increases hero capacity by 20 slots, which is really nice. Means we'll run out a little slower in that regard. So that's cool. Now, what am I doing? I'm finished that. I'm going to go to quests. We have this to claim, which is 2 lucky knives and 10,000 gold. And that means we can hop over here to the events and go to the treasure hunt celebration and try to find the 100,000 points. Right now we got 2,000 gold, 2,000 more, and we're out of notch now. Alright, we got the Gold Dragon's Pass over here. Weekly quests. It gives us clear faction trial on any difficulty level 10 times, which we will get 1,125 Gold Dragon tokens for that. Leveling us up to 54 in the season, Frost season. Go over here, and we get 5 Sanguine Fabrics for that. Okay, that's just going to be the zombie invasion, I suspect. What it's trying to tell us about. Let's see. Is there anything else that I need to do right now? We can claim these things. We got 1 notified chance, 2 mithril, 2 insignia of Watchman 2s, 2 insignia of Mages 2s, 1,400 gold, 3 stamina, and 1,050 hero XP potions. So let's go over to our heroes that we've been using and see if there's anything we want to do to them before we go fight the dragon, right? Alright, arrogance is fine and well. I don't think there's really anything I can do to help him. I can, see what it says about this. Nope. Nothing of note. I think everything else is pretty good. Dao Chan, max level. Match promotion. Gear is fine. Skills. We could get some skill upgrades maybe. Limited on that. But sure, I suppose. We have plenty of the legendary dust, but only 1 of the legendary skill crystals at the moment. So, we got the skill cost down on a Lover's Requiem. Wherever that is, there it is. That's her ultimate. Which is nice. I think that's all fine and well. And you know what? Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and use this soulstone thing on Dao Chan. And let's make sure we have the right person. Is this in fact Dao Chan? It looks like it to me. Alright. Now back to this. Increases basic attack range into this shape. I guess. Alright. We'll do it. Why not? This valuable item can be used to awaken any legendary hero except Lord Hero. Confirm to use it to awaken this hero? Sure, why not? Now we don't have to worry about it anymore. Alright, now, got that out of the way. Promoted all the way up, we got that. Got this, got the awakening done, got an artifact done, all is well. Alright, how is Hollowing? Is she worth using yet in this thing? Level 50. And this is kind of where she was already at, actually, I think. And it was not useful last time I tried it. If we promote her, all we really get is, you know, a little better attributes. I mean, I'm not saying it's not worth promoting her. Just, would be nice if it was a little bit better. Getting her skill multipliers and all that up would be good. I don't have the dust, however, so that's too bad. No way to get it. It's a problem I run into often. Don't have the thing, and I don't have any way to get the thing, you know? It's a tough situation. So the only thing I can do to improve her, actually, is to try to promote her. I can get the materials that I need, however, she's going to run into a situation where I think after this round, I'm going to have to stop her out before she can go any further. I can go ahead and do it. It'll increase her attack, which will increase her healing. So we need 40 more of these, whatever they are. Alright, 40 more means if we do this, you know, at least 4 times, you know, it would have to be at least 4 times. So let's do 6 times, and then we'll definitely get whatever we need. Well, that was the wrong button, so go back. Where was it? There? Oh, okay. Stage 15 would be the one where we could do it only 4 times. I wonder what this stage is. What is this thing? Map? Okay. Looks like this. Can I not do this map? I don't know. Have I tried this map? No idea. Let's look at it. We also have Edril now, and I have failed to use her yet. So I wonder who might I want to replace with Edril for this. I could take away. No, I don't think that's a good idea, you know? It's a tough thing. I'll take away Phelan. And try that, I think. Alright. Trade Phelan for Edril this time around and see how it goes. According to our numbers, this should be no problem. We'll see. Alright, now we've expanded Dao Chan's range, which means she can hit all of this right here, which is good. On the other side, we can put Hollow and hope she can keep somebody up. Put her up here, Hollow down there with Baron, because Baron stays up pretty well all on his own. We'll need Ain behind Baron. So, if they're going that way first, why don't I put Wrath, actually? I put Wrath up here. And I won't have to worry as much because he can kill himself at this point. So let's see. We put Wrath there. And then we put Arrogance in the middle. Wrath only does the healing whenever he um whenever he hits things. Well, that's a problem. Didn't get him out in time by any stretch of the imagination. I wonder if I should just restart it. I think I should. Yes, let's restart. And we'll try failing this. How about that? Alright, so we can wait until the last second. Put Wrath out. Right there. It's not really the last second, as a matter of fact, but it's okay. Alright, so we can put Hollow out and hope she can manage to heal the guy who is already healing himself and herself. And then we can put Baron here. And ultimately we can add aim behind him. Baron is so bad on DPS that he can't actually kill anything. Okay, we better get something going. I wanted to wait, really, until I got a healer out, but unfortunately, this is just going to have to be the way it is for now, I think. So I've got to have some people blocking. What does she do? Increases the hero's healing multiplier by 25%, and healer can heal one new target. I don't think that's important yet. Baron's over there struggling. See if we can put aim behind him and take care of some of that problem. So far, so good. We got 26 of 31 here. Now, I think that she hits the person closest to the portal, I believe. That's what Intro does, I think. Alright, so we've got 16 of these Insignia of Endurance 3s for that. 1,230 XP potions and 780 coins. It's not too shabby. Still gonna need some more of those, so let's put this on auto fight. Like, what, 3 times? Not really sure. Because I'm not sure what number we needed now. It's been whole minutes. Let's go back and have a look while we wait. Alright, so it looks like we need 24 of those. And what do we... can't really tell without going through it the other way. Alright, so, cool. let's see here. I think I did the tide today. Let's make sure. I did do the tide. I haven't applied the tide talents in quite a while. Alright, looks like we have some options here. Adds one available ground tile. One available platform tile. Or there's healing multiplier. I think that a platform tile would be good at this point. So let's grab that. Now we have some options here. When there are more than 3 marksmen on the field, increases all heroes' damage by 30%. That's cool. When there are over 3 defenders deployed, reduces all heroes' damage taken by 20%. And when there are more than 3 mages on the field, increases all units' AoE damage by 30%. That's cool stuff there. I don't know which one I would rather use at the moment, so I think I'll just wait on that one. And get out of here. And then I think I will. You know what? I'll just wait a moment because this is almost done. We're at 16 of the insignia of endurance 3s that we need. And we've got one more set of them to go, and I think that ought to, definitely ought to be enough. I think it's a minimum of 6, or maybe it's a minimum, you know what, it's a minimum of 7 that you can get for each one of these, and the maximum, what, 10, 11, something like that. Alright, so we got those done. We ended up with 23, 3,660 XP potions, and 2,340 coins. So, not bad. We'll go over here to the heroes and try to figure out what I was trying to do over here. Was it hollow? It was hollow. Okay. No. We actually need one more. Oh, silly. Alright. Go to it and auto fight at 1 pound. No problem. Shouldn't take too long. Alright, let's see here. I was looking at greed earlier. So we unlocked soul reaping by promoting him once. Drains the victim's soul after every kill to increase attack by 10% for 16 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. That seems pretty decent. His ultimate is, gathers energy and releases a soul orb upon hitting the target, dealing AoE damage equal to 200% attack. Creates a purgatory that can either inflict slow on all enemies in range or deal 15% AoE damage per second, lasting for 5 seconds. Airborne units take half the damage from purgatory. His AoE magic attack is his basic attack. It's a little extended for a, well, it's in a different formation anyway than most mages. And it deals 100% AoE damage to multiple enemies in range with a 50% chance of increasing the range or inflicting magic resistance reduction on the target for 4 seconds. And because he's awakened, it increases this chance of triggering special effects by 10%. 2 special effects are triggered alternately. Now we don't have soul reaping unlocked, so I actually need to promote it for that. That's the one that I thought I had unlocked, but I guess I didn't have it promoted. Okay. So over here we got 780 coins, 1,220 XP potions, and 7 insignia of endurance 3s. That should be more than enough for us to go and promote Hollow. Alright, so we promote her, her skills all go up, and now we can't promote her anymore because she's as leveled as I can possibly level her at this time. I don't know that there's anything I can do for Laurel. Does not look like it. I think what I want to do with Cena is I want to throw her out at the beginning, and as soon as her damage starts dropping off, pull her out and put someone else in her place. So let's see if there's anything I can do to make her a little better. I could do this and enhance her attributes this way. What level is she? She's level 50. Alright. So I could probably get her up to level 5 with 5 stars. When deployed, increases the hero's attack by 20% and all damage reduction by 30% for 30 seconds. Attacks also inflict burning on hit targets. Reduces the cost of the hero's first deployment by 6. Which seems really good. And maybe that is something I want to do before I go fight the dragon in a moment. I mean, could be. I don't know. May as well. Let's do it. Great. Oh yeah, we got this. This is great. So we need 40 for the first promotion. What do we need for the second one? 75, so say 80, it's 120. You do it 12 times. It's a good lot, isn't it? Well. Alright, so we'd have to do it 12 times. I suppose we can do that. 12 times, and then click start, and we have to get enough stamina, which means we do 2 of these, and it should be good on that. We'll go ahead and start that, and minimize it. Then, we have a whole minute while that's going, so why don't we go and do the zombie invasion that I haven't done yet today. Alright, let's see what we want to do here. I don't know. Normally I'm just kind of getting through it pretty quickly lately, and I'm going to probably partially do that now as well, but I'm going to do it a little bit guided. I'm going to go with Spring of Sticks, which is a fun one. The lightning chain is also good. Out of those, I don't really like any of them, so I'm going to refresh it and see what we get. We got Blazing Bolt. I like Blazing Bolt, so we'll go with that. I'm not really a huge fan of any of these things. I guess, you know what? Let's do another refresh and see what happens. We got another Spring of Sticks option here. Let's do that. Turn the ultimates on. Man, we are getting stuck with Blazing Plume, I think. So, alright. Blazing Plume has some advantages to it. It can do things that help out with other things. It's kind of utility in a way. I think, though, that maybe I want the Lightning Chain and the Blazing Bolt are probably the top ones that I want. And then the Sticks and Plume can act as support on that. Let's go ahead and get split to, I think. Maybe not. Maybe we want Blazing Bolt quantity +1. That might be the idea. Alright, now I think we'll do Proliferate 2 on Spring of Sticks. We only need to make it past level 32 to get that last quest reward. Let's get Light of Thunder 3. Okay, we've got net, increases lightning chain both bounce count and split count by 1. Overdrive, during the ultimate, additionally triggers Blazing Bolt every 2 seconds. Or shock, Blazing Bolt stuns enemies for 1 second, can trigger up to 1 times per enemy. Let's do overdrive, I think. Give that a go. I think we're gonna increase Blazing Bolt's damage plus 40%. And then, you know what? I do like Proliferate 2. It's pretty good. I like Proliferate 3 better, of course, but it gives damage overall plus 20%, and it also gives us some more springs of sticks. So that seems good. The meteorites are very good. They deal AoE fire damage and have a chance to generate burning pools. I like those quite a lot. We have 470. There's this here. Each light mastery increases dark damage. Each dark damage mastery increases light damage, and that goes very well with what we have going here. I, we don't have 2 and 2. I guess if I'd taken the tornado, that would have been the best possibility here. Let's see. I can't do 2 potions of any kind, no matter how I combine them. So I have to decide between the meteorites, which are very, very good, and the dark damage and light damage increasing each other. I guess I'll go with that and just try to focus on things that aren't blazing clean for my choices for the most part. I think we already have Pursuit 1 on Blazing Bolt. We do. So let's go with Mire 1 on String of Sticks, because I don't think I have that yet. Some things stack and some things don't, I believe. I don't know which ones are which. Celerity 2 should be good for Blazing Bolt. I don't have that yet. And it increases damage anyway. Okay, Intensity doubles the Spring of Sticks' damage frequency. Overdrive makes the ultimate effect duration plus 10 seconds, and during the ultimate, it unleashes 1 Spring of Sticks every 5 seconds. And Curse, Spring of Sticks reduces enemies' attack speed and dark damage plus 50%. Let's go with Overdrive and make that make more Spring of Sticks happen. We're going to try to use it as utility mostly. Alright, I think let's go with Blazing Bolt quantity plus 1 for now. Alright, let's expand the Spring of Sticks range and increase the damage by 40. This will make Mire affect more as well. So it's not a bad thing to have going on. Slow them down so we can burn them down. Alright, Lightning Chain damage plus 40. I mean, Lightning Chain is not great, but we haven't really done anything with Lightning Chain Ball yet, so who knows. Let's do it. Lightning Chain damage plus 40 it is. 40%, that is. Alright, we have Blazing Bolt deals 25% AoE damage to surrounding targets and damage plus 20%. That seems like the obvious one. Blazing Bolt cooldown minus 0.5 seconds. Also very good. Overdrive 1 increases Lightning Chain trigger chance during the ultimate. I'm going to do Blast 2 though, because it seems like a better option of the moment. Blazing Bolt executes common monsters whose HP is below 15%. Lightning Chain inflicts 40% damage reduction on enemies for 5 seconds. That would be good. Or Blazing Bolt triggers 1 additional time, reduces base damage by 30%. Triggering additional times is good. Reducing base damage is not fun. But you know, I think we're gonna go with actually It's a very interesting thing here. I like weakening them because that weakens them to everything. Mm, it's a tough call, really. I'm going to actually go with blowout because that's going to, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I could have gone with either one of them and gotten myself some more light mastery. Oh well. Alright, Spring of School Sticks cooldown minus 1 second is nice. Single target damage plus 20% is nice. And Nether Calamity 2 increases one Spring of Sticks with each cast. Damage plus 20% is also good. So, tough call. Cooldown on it right now is 10 seconds. Well, you know what? Let's increase one Spring of Sticks with each cast and increase the damage across the board, I believe, by 20%. All right, we have a few different options here. We have 440 coins to spend. So we can only choose one of these. We've got critical damage plus 20%, ice damage plus 20%, AoE damage plus 30%, or luck plus 6. I think let's get more luck. Early enough in the game, that could be beneficial. We do not see any evidence of that luck yet. Spring of Sticks cooldown minus 1 second, Blazing Bolt crit rate plus 10% and gains gold on crit, and has a cooldown of 1 second. Regeneration 1, Fire Flame bounces 1 time. We don't want this. Let's go with, on the one hand, I want the Blazing Bolt critical rate plus 10% because it goes along with a lot of what that bolt does. And it also adds another mastery point. Maybe we go for that just to try to get our light mastery up. Alright, we have Razor Edge. Basic attack has a chance to summon one Spring of Sticks. Actually, I'm going to go with the Blazing Bolt cooldown out of those options. Negative 0.5 seconds to that. Now, we can get one extra skill choice. Physical damage plus 20 or gold plus 200. Let's go with the extra skill choice. Alright, these options, I'm going to go with lightning chain damage plus an 80. That damage increase 3 is pretty good, and it's going to give us more of the light mastery, which is nice. Alright, Blazing Bolt has a chance to pursue 1 time. That's just called Pursuit, and we do have that already. I don't know, I'm of the opinion that it may not stack. Don't know if that's accurate or not. However, we have this other one here, the 3 for 3. Dark damage plus 20%. Every 40 enemies killed across all skills increases Spring of Sticks damage by 10%, stacking up to 150%. And that seems like the better choice of these. Alright, we've got Overdrive 3. Currently have Overdrive 1. Overdrive 3 summons one Spring of Sticks when casting the ultimate and damage plus 40%. Proliferate 2 has a chance to spawn one Spring of Sticks when enemies die and damage plus 20%. We're gonna go with Overdrive 3. And Mire 3 is probably going to be what we go with, simply because Mire is very excellent. We already have Mire 1, but Mire 3 is better. It inflicts slow and reduces damage reduction resistance on enemies. Damage increase 2 on Blazing Bolt is nice, but I think slowing them down and keeping them in the mire a little longer is going to be better long term. Okay, we got Boil. Spring of Sticks reduces enemies' fire damage reduction if the enemy has burning, pursues with dark damage one time. That's not super useful because we're not really doing a lot of fire damage. Intensity doubles the Spring of Sticks' damage frequency. And Curse, Spring of Sticks reduces enemies' attack speed, dark damage plus 50%. I think it's a tough call. I feel like well, how much are we doing? Okay, we're doing 34% of the damage through dark. So let's increase its frequency. Cut them in there longer. Let's make it hit them a little harder. Alright, we got Mire 1. We already have Mire 3. We don't really need that. Punishment of Light 1 deals an extra damage equal to 30% of gold. Blast 2, Blazing Bolt deals 25% AoE damage to surrounding targets, damage plus 20%. I think that sounds good. However, we already have Blast 1. You know what? Let's try it. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Alright, now, we have 553 coins, which again is not as much as I would like it to be. Ultimate Fallen Phoenix Potion. Now that summons one additional Fallen Phoenix with the ultimate cast. Fallen Phoenix, I believe that's the one that summons a bunch of tornadoes that go around and knock things around and all like that. And it's a dark damage thing, which goes with our theme here to an extent. The other options are Luck plus 4 or Ice Damage plus 20. We could do both. Well, no. 225. So close. Yet so far away. I think we do get this though, and then we could do it plus the luck. Sure, why not? Plus luck. There we go. Alright. We got damage increase 1, Spring of Sticks damage plus 40. Mire 2, we already have that, and I don't know that it stacks. And then Reaper 1, so let's go with damage increase, why not? Seems fun. So Mire 2, we already have Mire 1, so we're gonna ignore that, I think. We could do single target damage increase 1, which increases single target damage by 20%. Overdrive 3 summons one Spring of Sticks when casting the ultimate and damage plus 40%. And that is Overdrive 3. If we have Overdrive 3, the damage plus 40% seems legit, so let's do that. So I think that will stack. Nothing else does. That does. Alright, we've got a Fire Plume thing. We've got Smash 1, Blazing Bolt, crit rate plus 10%, gains gold on crit hit, and has a cooldown of 1 second. Or Overdrive 1, summons one Spring of Sticks when casting the ultimate. Do we already have that? I think we do. Yes, it's Overdrive 1. So let's do Smash 1. Gain a little bit of gold as we go. Lightning Chain can bounce to the same target, damage plus 50%. Lightning Chain inflicts 40% damage reduction on enemies for 5 seconds. Or Blazing Bolt executes common monsters whose HP is below 15%. I don't think I'm as worried about the common monsters as I am about the single target big guys. Let's try the damage plus 50%. Let's do Ricochet. Okay, now we've got Spread 3, expands Blazing Bolt blast range and AoE damage plus 20%. That's a good one. We've got damage increase, Spring of Sticks damage plus 40, and Overdrive 2. So let's do Blazing Bolt blast range and AoE damage. We've got Fortune 3. Blazing Bolt has a chance to gain gold when killing enemies. We need that one because it goes with the theme of the potions and and all that jazz. The luck and all this. Alright, so now we have 946 coins, which is much more, so it's a much better place to be than we were before. So, Winter's Bite. This has a 20% chance, it's freeze potion, has a 20% chance to inflict Winter's Bite when dealing damage. That slows them down. We could use that. And then we also have the Ultimate Meteorite Potion again, which we had earlier. Summons meteorites that deal AoE damage. So you know what? Let's get both of those. And then all that good for the moment. Alright. We have Blast 1. We already have Blast something. Blast 2 a couple of times, turns out. Generation 1, these other two things are both for Fire Plane. I think, though, I may as well go for it because I already have Blast of a greater thing, and I don't know that stacks. So I will go for increasing the number of the fire planes we have, which is going to be Overdrive 2. May as well. Let's do it. Okay, we can get gold plus 200, light damage plus 20, or refreshes plus 2. Let's take the light damage. I think that's a fairly obvious one. Actually, the Spring of Sticks is doing more damage right now than the Blazing Bolt is. So, we've got Overdrive 2 for the Spring of Sticks. Let's see if we have that. We have Overdrive 3. We could still increase the damage plus 20, however. Something to consider. We have Split 2 for the Chain Lightning Chain. Upon hitting a target, Lightning Chain splits one time, damage plus 20%. Or we have Blazing Bolt has a chance to pursue one time. We already have that. So I think Split 2 is going to be the way to go here. And it's going to give us some more mastery in light. Moving along well over there. Alright, we've got Nether Calamity 1. Increases 1 Spring of Sticks with each cast. Pursuit 1. Blazing Bolt has a chance to pursue one time. We already have that. And damage increase 2. Lightning Chain damage plus 60%. I think I may get... This is a little bit tough because increasing 1 spring of sticks is good. We already have it though. Okay, so no, but I think the increases means that it will stab. So I'm not sure because I do like, you know what, we're gonna go with that, I think, because it's going to bring us to number 15, which is up a little higher. I mean, I don't know. I think we need to get up to 20 in order to get a big thing in both of these things. I'm not really sure. I haven't quite figured it all out yet. Alright, we've got the last one. Blazing Bolt deals 25%. We've seen that one before. We already have something in that line. Circuit Forbid 3, Lightning Chain reduces light damage reduction of resistance on enemies and damage plus 20%. So let's go ahead and do that. Circuit Forbid 3. Now we have 1,632 coins at the moment. And so we could just get all of these things. Has a 20% chance to inflict burning for 5 seconds when dealing damage. That seems like a no-brainer. We don't really have a lot of good stuff from the rest of this, but we will get to. I don't know if it'll be worthwhile to refresh the page because I'm not going to have very much left at that point. Probably, if anything, enough to get like one thing. Would that be worthwhile? I'm not sure. I definitely want the light damage. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Why not? We have 255 left, and we didn't have anything cheap enough. I didn't think that we would. Odds were not good, but you never know. Why not? Increasing the physical damage is not useful at all that I know of. Alright. Expands Blazing Bolt blast range, AoE damage plus 10%. That's spread 2. That would be a good one. Detonate 1. Okay, these two things are both for the fire plume, blazing plume. However, fire plume reduces enemies' defense and magic resistance damage plus 40 is very good. Expands Blazing Bolt blast range, AoE damage plus 10%. I'm a fan of both of those things. I'm going to go with spread 2 though. Gotta try to keep that light stuff going, because that also increases my damage from my dark. So light increases dark, dark increases light. I think I got that one. Execution, Blazing Bolt executes common monsters with HP below 15%. Shock, Blazing Bolt stuns enemies for 1 second and trigger up to 1 time per enemy. And Weaken, Lightning Chain inflicts 40% damage reduction on enemies for 5 seconds. I guess I'll go... I guess I'll go with Shock. Divine Judgment deals 180% light damage to all enemies 1 time and executes low HP enemies. Cooldown of 30 seconds. And that was what that looked like. Those are the birds going across there. Would have been a lot more impressive if there had been a spread of creatures on the board, but as it was, no such thing had occurred. Because we were kind of destroying them before they get very far. Alright, we've got Circuit Forbid 1, Lightning Chain, reduces slight damage reduction resistance on enemies. And that is this. Circuit Forbid, yes, we do have that already. And we have it at level 3. Then we have Punishment of Light 1, Blazing Bolt deals an extra damage equal to 30% gold. For Circuit Halt 2, the closer the enemy, the higher the hero's damage dealt. Light damage plus 10%. Really want the Punishment of Light 1, but I think I better get the Circuit Halt 2. It increases light damage across the board, which will help with both Blazing Bolt and Lightning Chain. It's a tough thing, really, because 30% of the gold is significant as well. I'm going to get the Circuit Halt 2. Gotta go that direction. Okay, get an extra skill choice. Light damage plus 20%, or fire damage plus 20%. Let's get the extra skill choice. Alright. Another Calamity 1 increases 1 Spring of Sticks with each cast. And that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, we've got some potion choices here. Let's look at the Burning Potion. Has a 20% chance to inflict burning for 5 seconds when dealing damage. Now, I already have one of those. Does that stat? I don't know. We can increase dark damage by 20%, and that's a gimme. It definitely is good to go. Let's go ahead and, you know what, let's get it, and let's also get the crit rate plus 10%. And then we'll go forward. That should be helpful because critical damage is at 150%. So get the crit rate up. That ought to be helpful. This looks miserable out here right now, though it looks. Incoming waves. They're smiting us with great smiting. Definitely not dying as well as I would like for them to. It's unfortunate. So we're about to lose. Did it. even as I said it. Well, okay, we got to wave 28. That wasn't phenomenal, but it wasn't, it was fairly abysmal, but it wasn't too bad. I don't think it's considered, I suppose. Dark damage was the number one, followed by Blazing Bolt, then Lightning Chain and Blazing Plume. Now, Lightning Chain is more utility than anything from what I've seen in the past. Blazing Plume can be used, I think, either way. But regardless, I definitely could have done better. My choices were probably not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. However, we do get to claim challenge one time daily during the event, and we get 10 auto fight chances for that. It's very good. Alright, and then these are all done, so we get 9,360 coins, 14,640 XP potions, 2 mythic extracts, 120 insignia of melee attack 3s, 7 legendary extracts, 120 insignia of melee attack 2s, and 120 insignia of melee attack 1s. And those were for some wonderful purpose. I wonder what it was. I was going to do some promotion. Was neutral? No, it wasn't neutral. Who was it, I wonder? I'm sure it was someone. Well, why don't we just start at the start and go through until we find who it was? Oh, it wasn't her. Although she needs it. Are we sure it wasn't her? It was her. Alright, it was her. Alright, so we use that 40 for that 4-star promotion, giving her some stat boost. And then we use this 80, well, 75 of the 80 to bring her up to level 5. And then, when deployed, increases the hero's attack by 20% and all damage reduction by 30% for 30 seconds. Attacks also inflict burning on hit targets, reduces the cost of the hero's first deployment by 6. So that's going to be a good one to throw out there, get some burning on, get some of that initial damage on, and then pull her back and replace her with somebody else on the dragon. That's the goal there. Let's see. What else? Gut Wrap all leveled up nicely. I don't know that there's anything I can do to help her now very much. I could give her a skill upgrade, but I'd really rather use it on someone else, I think. So I think, yes, we can give it to Dao Shannon. What does she have left? Previous stance duration plus 2 seconds. Skill cost of a leverage requiem goes down. And penetration increase plus 5% for the Song of Sorrow. I think that's okay. I think we can do that. See where it goes. Round and round she goes, where she'll stop, nobody knows. But it was on a leverage requiem, and still cost minus 100 units. We'll be able to do that a little more often, I suppose. Cool. I clicked OK, and I needed to click cancel here. Okay. Alright. Now, for the moment, I'm going to hop over to the blacksmith's place in there, the Golden Association rather, and look and see what he has. He has nothing of note, but let's refresh him and see if it changes his tune. Yes, it did. Look at that. A rare summoning pistol right there. That is fan favorite, if you ask me. Let's refresh again. And no, nothing I'm interested in. Try again. Yes, rare summoning pistol. I like it. Let's do it. Alright, very good. Okay, now, having finished that, I'm going to go to Guild, and then Drake's Chasm Daily. And then it looks like we're getting 2 different things here. We've got Nightmare getting hit by AV 2525 once, and Nightmare 1 getting hit by AV 2525 once. Shall I also spread out my attacks in this manner, Island? It's not a bad idea because it's 135, and it looks like we're the only 2 who have well, he hasn't the only one who's hit so far. And maybe it would be a good idea for me to do the same. Kind of curious here how things look on his stats. And I do need to remember that I have Etril and try to think about where would I put her in the team. Let's try this Nightmare One Dragon, I think. And don't know how to get off the screen apparently. Just go back. There we go. Alright. So if we go here and quick fight, let's go test something before we go crazy. I think that Xena is very good for that initial burst of damage. And I do have her in here right now. Okay, so I have Wrath, I have Arrogance, I have Do-chan, Laurel. So eventually, I hope that Maul will do good. But right now, he's garbage. I don't know that he would do good on the boss anyway, on the dragon. Not sure on that. But a 9 needs to be here for sure. Brienne. And so, what if we take out Phelan? Is Etril going to do better than Phelan? I don't know. Try trading it out and see if it goes better or not. I don't know. It's going to be difficult. We're going to assume that Etril will do high DPS and stick her out fairly soon to give her a chance. Did I put her in here? I didn't. What did I just put in here? Man, tell you what. Oh, I did put her in here. Good job, me. Alright. I think then that I will do the normal layout and see how it goes. What it means though is, I won't have Phelan in the group, and I'll have Etril instead. I think I'm going to first put out Arrogance and Aim, and then Etril. Seems like that makes some sense, right? I think Etril can hit from a good distance. In all fairness, though, it's going to be a lot different due to upgrades anyway. Okay, so Arrogance, Aim. Let's go ahead and put Etril here. And then Wrath. We now can self-heal. Doesn't really have to worry so much. We definitely need a knife. He's about to Scorching Spit us. I will go ahead and put out Do-chan. We can now hit everything, and I wonder if I even need to bring Camille to this right now. Let's not for now. We need Xena out there for that burst damage she's gonna do. And then let's see if we can put see if we can put Laurel out for now. I think we can switch her to her DPS stance, if you want to call it that. Xena is doing well so far. If she stops doing well, we'll pull her out. Okay, I think she's starting to fall off. Maybe. Let's see. Well, and that is not really catching up. Um, okay, yes, she is. So we'll pull her out now and put in Brienne. Meteorite impact is coming, so I'll go ahead and switch her. Don't know if it's necessary, but it feels like the right thing to do. Especially since we only have the one healer at the moment, and it's Dalchan. We'll see if that is effective or not. I'm not sure. Go ahead and switch her to DPS until we see meteor or see some kind of DPS coming in from the dragon. Whether it's meteorite impact or something else nasty. Let's then hit with Dragonfall, and now we're gonna go ahead and switch. Who's this out here? It's Arrogance. Is he outside? No, she's not, is he? Don't know. Don't know what that's all about. Just was a little slower on healing back up than the others. Maybe he just had more to heal back up than the others, possibly. Meteorite impact is incoming. Seem to be doing fine without the healing, or the second healing this time around, which is good so far. Phase 3, we'll see if it keeps up or not. Alright, Dragon is going to be promoted. You know what I didn't do was switch into the DPS stance for that. Silly person. Infernal Roars incoming. Hit us pretty hard there, but he recovered soul as well. His things are going hard, but not hard enough. Alright, so we were able to do that with just Dalchan as the being this time. That's good. 17 million DPS or 17 million damage from Arrogance. Next highest was Wrath this time around with 6 million damage, which makes sense. I got him fully promoted and all that. And he also healed for a huge amount. He healed for not too far less than Dalchan did, which is crazy. Aim has 5 million, so he's like a third of, well, Actually, Wrath is just over a third of Arrogance's damage, and then Aim is slightly less than that. Anaya did rough comparatively, and Idril was very, very low. Um, Brienne was down because she wasn't immediately out. Xena wasn't out very long and did a good amount for the amount of time that she was out. Um, Brienne would have done she would have done more if she had been out the whole time, but she would not have done as much during that period of time as Xena did. So it was, I think, a good call to put Xena out, then switch her out with Brienne. But from these numbers, I'm thinking I should have switched her out with Idril instead of Brienne. I don't know about Phelan and whether she would have done better in that scenario now. But certainly, Idril did not do as much, I would say, under these conditions as Brienne. And a lot of that probably has to do with, she's not, there hasn't been as much work put into Idril as there has been into Brienne. So something to think about. We did get the higher dragon blood than previously, which of course makes sense because a lot of these guys have had upgrades. So let's complete this, and I'll go ahead and use it. I use it as my autofight on this, and then we'll see what it looks like. But it's 69% right now. And if it looks like, well, I don't know. We'll just judge it after the fight's done. I'm gonna watch the overall statistics here and how this looks as Xena is introduced. So Xena is immediately above Idril, and then overtook Anai. So for that first little bit, she's doing very well, and then I remove her because I feel like she's falling off. Put in Brienne at that point. Now Brienne immediately starts jumping rings. She's already beating Laurel, even though she came in significantly later, and she's definitely making strides towards catching up with Idril right now. Idril has just now passed where Xena was at with the damage that she did in that short burst. And of course, Arrogance is just continuing to make a larger gap in the next person, who is Wrath, and Wrath will continue to do the number 2 damage on this fight. Alright, so that's pretty good. Complete this. And what do you knock them down to? 20%. So I could safely hit Nightmare 2, and then if Bugadora pops in and finishes this off, we could all get a lot more chests that way. Okay, then in that case, if that's the situation, then I think I'm gonna go ahead and just auto-fight Nightmare 2, because I'm actually 11 minutes away from the day's end. So let's try that, and then we'll hope for the best, Let's look at these overall statistics here. See what's going on over there. Now in this one, I didn't know to pull Xena if it was yesterday. want to see is exactly where Xena ends up. Because she's still above an eye, even now. And if she ends up doing better, I really feel like yesterday she ended up above. Um, you see, I don't remember. I thought she. I'm not sure. She was behind an eye, which is where she's at here, too. Now, somebody died there. I have no idea who. Was it wasn't arrogance? I can't really tell. Let's look from above. It wasn't Laurel or Dao Chan. Neil's over here. It wasn't Xena. Xena's still there. Aang's still there. Was it Raph? It must have been Raph. Alright. So, got that done. And let's look here. So yeah, this was yesterday's Raph, and yesterday's Raph did significantly worse than Aang. Now he's doing better than Aang, so that would add quite a bit to the damage there. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we probably still need a healer for this one. I don't know that Dao Chan could get through that. So we got 20 guild coins, 20 guild activity, 5,000 gold for a guild quest thing there. Oh goodness, I did not do this yet. Your artifact material rate on any difficulty level 3 times. So we'll do that real quick. We can go to this, because it's the one that we already have done. And we need 3 times. So let's try that. We need 60 stamina. So we'll use a 60 stamina potion. Start that, and then minimize and pop out of there. Alright, so that ought to finish that off. And is there anything else that needs to be done before the end of the day in 7 minutes? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. I'll go ahead and check the mine real quick. Pick up 1 diamond, 4 mithril, 2200 gold, 7 stamina, and 1850 hero XP potions. From that, but otherwise, yeah, I think we're good to go. Alright, well, we just got these auto fights running, but I'll go ahead and say my goodbyes for now, I think. It has been a pleasure streaming with you guys, and hopefully I will see you all tomorrow. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see me next time I go live. Hope to see you then, guys. Have a good night.